Hey, jumped right in. What's happening?
What's going on?
You know, I wanted to play music, but
Play music.
I wanted to have music playing for the intro. Yeah, because I mean, it would have been nice, but not that cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of screwed that one up. Oh well, next time, bro.
All right.
Next time. Well, we got all that music from DJ Wraith that I keep forgetting to play because, yeah, kind of, suck and all. All right, well, let's get started. Hey, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the show.
Yeah.
You'll notice a little banner across the bottom there. Give Paul a call at 727-216-6170. That's the 5-star retail store for all your radio needs. He informed us that he has a bunch of radios that he is anxious to move out. Radios haven't been available for a while, and for some reason he has a ton of them. So if you're in need of a Kenwood, a JVC, possibly some Alpine, maybe some Pioneers, I don't know, give him a call. Mention that you saw this link on the show.
Take a screenshot and say, I saw it.
And you will get a deal, he tells us. We don't know. It's the retail side of things. So if you need a radio, give him a call. We're doing things a little bit different. Normally we start the show with the IRTA, but I kind of wanted to wait a little bit just to, welcome back to Demo Car Hell Part 2. Oh my
That's
God.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he asked for it, though. I mean,
I'm hoping
worse
it's
than
the
me.
Honda, the white Honda. He's been posting pictures and everything, so that looks nice.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So there, guys.
What's up, Christian?
Birthday time. All right, well, good for you. Good evening.
Good evening, guys.
No. It's just what it is. Hello, guys. There. Birthday time. So that's your birthday.
Hey, birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, Fernando.
What's up, Tim?
Do you happen to know what volume level a Kenwood DMX? It doesn't. You turn it all the way up. Just go to town. It's all the way up on the volume and like 3 on the subwoofer. It's not clipping. So go to town, man.
Yeah, go.
2015 Civic EX, good replacement speaker in mid to high. I mean, if you want something that actually just going to drop in and fit, I would check out some KS kickers. There's, as far as ease of installation goes, it doesn't get any. You have like Type TSA, like Pioneers.
Yep.
And then you have like KS and DS kickers because they're all shallow basket and they just like bolt right in. If you want a challenge, then, everything else and literally everything else.
Yeah.
So, what was that?
Oh, that's John.
Wow.
Hey, man. I'm trying to be like you, man. I'm trying to be like you. I don't think so, but hey.
I pay you enough. You should be able to get a haircut. At this point, I'm willing to kidnap you and take you over there.
Right now.
It's not hiding how thin your hair is getting, by the way. So
I'm trying to see.
It's not working. It's not hiding it at all.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh. You bet. That hat looks sexy. This is a custom one. Natasha had this made because this is convertible approved right here.
Yeah.
So I should have had her put Morel right here. But I'm not a fan of trucker hats because they just look silly.
Yeah.
But when I'm driving the convertible, it's how you got to drive it, man. And just looks silly with the, I don't know. So I like that. So Natasha hooked us up. How else is it someone going to become an installer of the year? Don't even get me started. You can never catch old.
Oh, it's right here, man.
Shut up. Just shut up. What's up, Mr. High Five Vega?
Man?
How's it going? Hey, guys from Wales. What's up, Rob?
What's up? Heat.
Good evening. Need your opinion. Punch 6.5 components or Morel? Morel wins every time. Every time. If we're talking punch, Morel wins every time. Check out the
new ones.
Yeah, the Maximo. I can finally say Maximo. 602 or 602
Maximo Ultra 602 HE.
HE Mark IIs or Mark II HEs, but just check out the HEs if you're looking. They make the regulars and then the HE's high efficiency. Did you guys see the bicycle with Morel and Moscone on?
Yes,
you did.
Yeah. So is this guy that actually does bikes?
Like motorcycles or pedal?
No. just regular
Bikes, pedal bikes.
pedal bikes.
Really?
And put the carbon nanos,
Yeah.
one on each side.
Oh, nice.
He goes crazy.
Flex
He
fit for
goes
the
crazy.
win.
So
Wow, that's
very
pretty
cool.
That is
Very cool.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there again, the reason why the ticker is going across the bottom is Paul is Paul's got radios, guys. So if you need radios, give him a call. And it's the retail side of things. So don't reach out to us because we won't be able to help you with that. That's just all retail. So we
don't
have
know.
idea.
Nope.
It's just an ad, and he's paying for the ad. So I mean, just make sure you tell him you saw it on the show in order to get the whatever he's dealing you up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Knew he was gonna say that.
They just.
I mean, yeah.
To see if you.
Any Eastern road trips planned? Actually, yeah. June 9th, 10th, 11th, we'll be in Orlando
What's up, Bobby?
Knowledge Fest Orlando.
Uh-huh.
And then August is Dallas. July is vacation.
Yes. Yeah.
Not soon enough. November is SEMA. So if you're in Vegas on that first week in November and Friday, it is open to the public. You do have to register and get your passes and all that nonsense. But yeah, Lance, that's funny.
I know.
Those Maximos run good on a key. Yes, they do. 800.4. We've done plenty of them actually. We did them when they were called the Maximus. But we biamp them all the time on the on the kicker key. Yep.
Pedal bike.
Yep. Hi, fellas. What's up, Scott?
Nice band.
I know, that's what I was laughing
Just
at.
called him.
SEMA can't wait.
Oh,
you got to build a car. I mean,
didn't win last year?
No, nobody went last year except us. That's why we had a great time. Because we just had a blast.
Oh.
Well, I take that back. What are you oohing? We had a great time. Everyone
Yes,
was. Actually, he didn't go. But
I'm saying is nobody go. That's probably why we have a good time. Really.
You think?
No.
I don't know. I don't either. It's just, we'll be going again this year with audio control. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Going back to Vegas. Yeah.
That's it.
So
That's it.
It's funny. Hello, Dean. What's up, Luis?
What's up, Luis?
Portugal. It's funny because we're already planning so much for next year that with Master Tech Expo, we have a ton of stuff we got going on for Master Tech Expo in February, and then Knowledge Fest next year is, it's moving to the whatever the Paris or
the
whatever.
Paris Hotel.
Yeah. So. Working on the SEMA deal. Good luck with that.
All right, he's building another car.
Why not? I mean, one of his cars.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So but it's like
SEMA was great.
SEMA was great.
Yeah.
But it's it's like we haven't gotten through this year and we're already thinking about next year, and it's just like we've got so much to do this year. It's not even funny. All right, but before we go any further,
yes,
I want to shut this little banner off that's run its course. We'll end that. And I want to go to comments. I'm going to shut off John here. John, you need to stop by and say hi sometime. And let's go to ready. And we're going to hit and go. And we're back. All right. Just wanted to get that ad out of the way. And before we go any further, let me say this. What's up, John?
John.
Mesh man in the house. Where's the new shop, Lance? Okay. Every week, Fernando scours the 12-volt clean wire club and comes up with what he feels is the best example of clean wire for the week. And this week he picked, who did you pick, Fernando?
This week is Kenny.
All right, so Kenny is doing something that most of us will find will just blow our mind, because we've got a Clarion crossover, MTX amplifier, a JBL amplifier for his highs. Nothing matches, but it all looks great. So,
and to be honest, that's the reason why I pick it, because it's totally different. Hey, it looks nice.
Looks nice.
It looks really nice.
He worked with what he had.
Yeah.
And he did it super clean.
Because the question that you have, that was because of this. About the crossovers.
Oh,
use the different crossovers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and so in this case, yeah, I don't know what he's using it for, but and there again, this might
Yeah.
I answered that in the other one, so we'll leave it at that. But nice job.
No, nice job.
I like it. You know, he pulled it out by doing a clean wiring. You just totally don't even pay attention to the amplifiers not matching, and I don't think the crossover ever has to match because it's like a DSP. They don't always match, but
No.
at least it's like.
Well, for example, customer comes with all this. I want to install it. Really nice, clean install.
Well, I mean,
So
we've
that's
done that
good.
before.
Yeah.
You know, with that we
Yeah.
did that one with the Orion amp that was
Yeah.
kind of, you know. But
Very
no,
good.
good job.
I like it.
Congratulations, you
There
made
you
the
go.
cover. If you
Good job,
would like
Kenny.
your artwork, as we call it, Clean Wire, to be just submit it to the 12 Volt Clean Wire Club.
Yeah.
And
$500.
If the cream rises to the top, you'll be selected, and there you go.
You'll be selected.
Zuma was a Sunday party place out here in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Okay. You bet. Hey, from Alabama.
What's up?
Good job making all the stuff look outstanding. There you go.
Yeah.
You did, and you know that's the thing. Got to use what you have. Nice, clean install. I agree wholeheartedly. I think you did a fabulous job on that.
Mm-hmm.
Way to really kick it up. It's clean. It sounds well. It's like a clean car always goes faster, right? I mean, that's how I feel. It's clean. It's better. It sounds good. Yeah. No, for sure. All right, I'm gonna take my hat off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I can't sit here and wear a hat. It's gonna drive me crazy.
It's funny because.
Because what?
Do you ever wear hats?
All the time.
Notchfest?
No, never.
No, right?
No, because I'm moving too much.
That's right.
The only,
funny.
okay.
I never pay attention. I
don't ever wear a hat. I wear a visor when I'm running
Yep.
because it's a sweatband and it keeps the sun out of my face.
Okay.
But your head just gets like really hot, so you just use a visor. So
Mine get like this, so it's like it hurts. So I can't.
Okay, but no, I'll wear it in the car so I don't burn the top of my head. You know, that's why trucker hats suck.
Yeah.
Yes, boost helps it go faster. less dirt, aerodynamics, all smooth. I see speakers listed at X watts RMS. Is that per channel or per pair? If you're okay, wattage. I guess we could kind of give a generic understanding of like power ratings on speakers and stuff like that. And for that, we'll just jump over into our product line, integration, performance. We'll come over here.
Before you go, somebody say, are we able to purchase directly from you? No. If you want, I'm guessing for the radios, you got to call.
727-216-6170. Call, talk to Paul. That's 5-star retail. It has nothing to do with us.
Retail.
That's why it's so. Don't ask us. We don't know. He's just paid for an ad in the spot. So
yeah,
he's advertising with us to do it.
See what kind of radios he has.
But you gotta understand, even though this is called the 5-Star Car Stereo YouTube channel and Facebook page, it's owned by me, which is Smashforce Productions. So this is a production company. We don't have anything to do with him as far as that goes. All right, so let's go over here to spec sheet. And all right, we'll come. Of course, it's just going to take.
Loading.
Yeah, well, it's funny. It just only loaded half of the speaker. Ah, there we go. There's the other half of the speaker. All right, let's take a look at this. This is the Focal Auditor ACX165S. This is a fairly run-of-the-mill, affordable, nice little 6.5-inch. And what you're looking at is nominal power and maximum power. And if you've kind of picked up. If you're one of the guys like myself that looks at like a ton of speakers, you'll see that for some reason the max power is typically double that of nominal power. The other thing too is to look at the efficiency here. This is 93 dB, which is pretty efficient for a coaxial. So 70 watts of good clean power, probably about 50 watts realistically of good clean power at 93 dB. This speaker is going to be jumping and jiving and really coming to. But let's take it back a page, and we'll go back to here, and we'll pick up the one more, and we'll pick up the component set. And we'll scroll down, and we'll look at the spec sheet. And there again, This is the component, which is very similar to the coaxial in that it's 140 watts, max power, nominal 70 watts, and there again, 73 dB. This is telling you that the whole package, meaning the 6.5, the tweeter going through the crossover, is still only going to handle 70 watts. Very rarely will you see a power rating difference. I don't think you ever will when if there's a passive crossover involved, because what they're telling you is this is how much power is going to go through that passive crossover into that. Now, if you were to buy raw drivers, meaning or a la carte as it's commonly referred to, then you will see a power handling difference for that. Scroll down on that page.
Right here. Raw drivers.
Yeah, click on them. No, that's not. You just go to reference or go to
performance.
Just scroll down. What do you want?
I'm in hybrid.
Right, scroll down. Keep going. All right, so they don't list them individually, so that's not going to be there. Morel does have some that are listed individually, but it's going to be in the elates, not in the raw drivers. You got to go to the elates. The raw drivers are home drivers.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't want those. Anyways, that's kind of what you're looking at when it goes to that. What's up, Jeff Smith's in the house. John Bro, hey guys, what brand speakers do y'all use? Like a 3.5 and tweeter from a 3-way set. I want to send you guys a sample of my stuff. As far as 3.5s go, we have
the Kenwoods.
Well, no, in a 3-way set. We don't
focal.
So yeah, but so we use typically in a 3-way set. We use the focal flax, and then we use the Morel. Ultra, what is the? God, I always forget.
Well, it comes with the hybrids too.
Yeah, but we don't use the hybrids all that often. But that's the same size mid range.
Ultimos.
Yeah, the Ultimo is a real popular one that we use. The Morel Ultimo. God, I hate the names. The names are annoying. But anyways, give me a call, man. Just give me a call. We'll talk. It'd be way easier than trying to do it on here. What 6.5 do you recommend for loud music? Okay. This is one of those things where you go, okay, loud music. Well, what do we consider loud music? Loudspeakers are what you use for loud music. So, I mean, when you look at like your PVRs and your Scars and your American Bass and your insert DS18, your Hertz, SPL shows, those are all loudspeakers in the sense that, they're typically, they come in 8 ohm and 4 ohm. They have like the tweeters are 107 dBs of efficiency. Those are the ones that you hear come miles down the street. They typically sound like giant tweeters, no matter what size speaker it is. Those are loudspeakers. Now, if you want a speaker, like a normal speaker that just gets loud, then it depends on how much power you're going to be putting to them, what type of application, and so on and so forth. So, if you're looking at a reasonably priced, good sounding loudspeaker, the Rockford T2 has that capability. But then again, if you want it to like, if you're looking for resolution in that, then like the Focal Flax or the Focal K2. But then again, none of those are, like 107 dBs of efficiency like you would on like a giant loud tweeter. So it depends what you're really wanting to do with that. When buying speakers, do you look at RMS or sensitivity? I gotta be honest with you, I don't look at any of that crap. When that becomes important is how big is the amplifier you're going to buy. So, for example, if you go out and you buy a 70 watt by 4 amplifier and you're trying to get it as loud as humanly possible, sensitivity is probably going to be where you're going to want to look at. But then you're going to find most speakers are within 1 to 2 dBs of one another. So if everything is like 93, 94 dB, then you want to make sure that you have something that can handle the 70 watts you're going to put on it. Now, if you're getting like a 35 to 50 watt amplifier, you don't want to get a set of speakers that's like 90 or 89 or 91 and has a power handling, let's say 100 watts, because you're not going to get any sound out of those. So it's kind of all things. Amplifier power. So you have to take whatever is the fixed, meaning like I have this amp. All right, so or I have this speaker, and then you move out from there. So if you have the speaker, you know, you have to look at what your power and your efficiency of the speaker is. And then, you know, obviously when buying an amplifier, you look at your budget. I mean, there's always the budget thrown in there no matter what, but it's kind of like power, efficiency, those all kind of have to play along really well together. What's up, Mr. Bennett? Is the install shop a completely separate business, or the show and videos, etc.? The show and video, just the show and video. So how this works is 5 Star Retail is a client of Smashforce Productions, which is my company. And all the content we create is owned by me. And we share the logo because I created the logo. It's really confusing, and it drives me nuts. But reality is that, yeah, we're you know, when it comes to the actual installs, you're paying 5 Star Retail, but you know, and that kind of thing. Hi. Can you make an appointment with Paul by bringing my vehicle in for you to design a system, maybe on a Saturday morning? Yes. So when you come in for an install or you come in for a quote, there again, there's two payrolls here. Is what happens. There's a Smashforce payroll and there's a 5 Star payroll. We both work for both, which is kind of nice, because that means there's always money coming in, thank God. But yes, so if you came in on a Saturday, I would go out to your car, or Fernando would go out to your car, and we'd design you a system, and then we'd give it to Paul. Paul would give you a price, and then he takes care of everything after that. So it's pretty straightforward from that point of view. The only time it gets sketchy is when you're a company and you need us to do advertising for you. Because there again, you know, we, like Focal is an ad, and we tell you it's an ad. So do you know if
the clip point on a Pioneer ABH G20
clip is with the
225 BT, or what is the best way to test this without the DD1 or similar?
Most of the time when you're looking at a Pioneer, they tap out somewhere between 36 to 38. If you're looking at, that's on the preamp section. If you're looking at the actual physical powered side of it, it's about 10 notches down from wherever that is. So,
oh, that's Eric.
Oh, you know, I was going to call him last week. I thought I called him last week.
You did?
I don't know. I called a lot of people last week. What's up, Mr. Russell? Partnerships, but separate. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes. That's why we can actually have companies that don't actually go out of the retail stores. Like for years, are you hiring? I mean, you technically, yes.
You hire?
I should issue Jeff a paycheck at this point. Can I run the dyno all day? I mean, if you got the amps, go for it. Trust me, it's painstakingly boring. Dyno work is like, but anyways, I was saying that's why I like Ground Zero and Sound Digital and stuff like that. They came on long before Paul decided to bring them into the retail side. They were clients, just like ARC has been a client in the past. We don't sell ARC. The closest ARC dealer for us is over in Oldsmar at OTS. But as far as we're concerned, they're, you know.
All right, so it's coming back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming back.
Yeah, I know. It just sucks.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what the heck is the problem.
I don't know. I'm gonna take it out. Do you?
Yeah.
No, you cannot. You're using this. So
right, but you're on Wi-Fi and that. I can just switch to my phone. Sorry about that, guys. Internet here sucks.
Yeah.
It's been tough.
All right.
I think we just need to get a better modem. I think I'm gonna just order a better modem.
Yeah.
Because it's got. I mean, we're not even on Wi-Fi. It's just so stupid.
All right.
Oh well. Anyways, mid-range speaker comes supposed to move. Mid-range cones supposed to move in and out like mid-bass woofers. Okay, good question. Let's kind of break that up into segments: tweeter, mid-bass, and each one of those is designed to play a different frequency. So let's say a tweeter. We'll just use the common crossover points of 3200. So 3200 and 32. So from 20 to 3200. the higher the frequency, the faster it has to move. So if you look at like a sound chart and you look at how fast a tweeter has to move up and down, it moves up and down way faster than your eyes can track it. So when you look at a tweeter, very rarely will you see it ever move. It just looks like it's moving very little, and it's moving very fast. So as you go the opposite side and you look at a subwoofer is typically, let's say, from 80 to 20 hertz. That is a big swing, okay, to create that frequency response. So that's why you can see a subwoofer move more. So as you move down or up, you'll see a little bit movement. So between 3200 and 350, you'll see a little bit of movement. Not much, but just a little bit in the closer to the 350 range. And then on a mid bass, there again playing from, let's say, 350 to 80, you'll see it move just a little bit more, just a little bit. But no, a mid-range, you probably won't see a mid-range move that much. I mean, you don't want it to, because the frequencies it's trying to play very fast, and so it should only move just a hair. You should be like, and if you're playing something with mid-range, it will move. But not a lot, not like a mid bass. They're not made to move like a mid bass. And another example, we'll get to that. Another example of that is always look at the tinsel leads. The tinsel leads are the dead giveaway on how much a speaker should move. When you look at a tweeter, the tinsel leads are like dental floss, and that's the stuff that some of you guys may or may not use to clean your teeth, the gaps. Anyways, really tiny thread-like stuff. As you move up from a tweeter to a mid-range, it's a little bit bigger, mid-bass, a little bit bigger, woofer, shoestring. So, okay.
All right. I have a 2017 Impala with the Alpine X-type components in the front, R-type coaxials in the rear, and a single 12 sub. Factory radio. Currently using a Kenwood XA01.5 amplifier. Well, I want to go full active with the DSP or front stage. On front stage, I'm sorry. What setup do you recommend?
I mean, the minimum you could do with this is like a Helix. What's it called? Helix Mini DSP or DSP Mini. That's 6 channels. So that would give you tweeter, mid, and sub. If you want to go front rear sub, like if you're just going to use the 801.5 as a front stage upgrade, meaning tweeter on 1 and 2, mid bass on 3 and 4, and then 5 for sub, DSP Mini from Helix would do the job. If you're looking to go, let's say with another amplifier, add a second amplifier into the system, then you'd want 8 channels, and that's a little bit more common. You got a DM608, you have the Helix 608. So there's in pretty much any DSP past that. You could also look at, like, if you wanted to power the rear speakers, you could look at like the Alpine PXE 0850X. That has a 25 watt by 8 amplifier built into it. That's what we put in a lot of the Hondas, where it has 6 channels of input. So you do front rear sub into it, as well as high level, or front and rear if that's all you have, because it's high level. And then you have 12 channels or 10 channels?
It's 10 channels.
10 channels of DSP capability. Is it 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 10 channels of DSP capability. So you could use the 802.5 to power the tweeter, the mid, and the sub, and use the internal power to power the rear. And you could actually go full active on the rear if you wanted, because you get all the 8x25. It's all there to use. You don't have to, but you can. So a lot of the times in like the Accords, we'll use the internal power to do center, and then rear active, and then amplifier to power the front tweeters, front mids, and the sub. So that's also a really nice option.
All right.
Enjoy the Saturday show. Lots of insight and info. Would love to hear more competing and get a vehicle ready to compete. What should a novice focus on in preparing their vehicle build? I'm going to say, after listening to Jeff talk about this several times, we did a show on it. Understanding the rules are the most important thing you can do, because it's not as simple as just putting a stereo in a car and rocking and rolling out. Especially what organization you want to be part of. So that's another thing too, is trying to figure out what organization you're going into. But really downloading and reading over the rules to get started is going to be important, because you don't want to just put a stereo in the car and then realize it's wrong. So doing that would probably be a great place to start. Hey guys, thinking of putting a soundbar in my car for a good imaging and has Atomos. What brand do you recommend? Sonos, Sony, Samsung? Seeing a guy with one in his car over the weekend, so it must be good. Carlos, you're funny. That was good. That was really good. I mean, it probably worked. It would definitely work, but you got, I have no idea. Have you ever done an install on a Harley? Not like a full big install. No, we don't really get many Harleys in here just because we just don't have the facility to work on them or ramp, and I don't drive Harleys. And we have a guy that does Harleys though. We actually, Aaron owns Havoc Motorsports. It's right down the street. Good friend of ours. He does all the Harley audio. So if somebody needs it, we refer them to him. If they need a stereo, they come to us. And, he worked for AMP. He's a great guy. He's been on the show before. 18 Camry with JBL using a key active for front stage. Any issues keeping rear stock speakers on the JBL amp? Not too worried about rear fill, but wouldn't mind a little back there. Okay. The key is really not made for this. It's really not made. The key is made for a base model stereo. I got to be honest with you, if a Camry with a JBL system, it's probably already doing a better job than the key is going to do. The key is made to go into a basic 2000 Camry with no JBL, because the key is not going to be able to deal with what you got going on with there. Like, it's not made for that. It's not made to DEQ. It's not made to bypass all pass filters. It's not made to go into this type of system. It's the wrong tool for this particular thing. You'd be better off just getting a standard 4-channel amp and reamplifying it, and or screw the whole system, get a Amp Pro, which is really what you'd have to do to put a key in there, only to not really accomplish anything. You'd need an Amp Pro to get a clean RC output. This is not a system where I would sell a kicker key. I would sell you an Amp Pro, and then I would sell you a DSP amplifier, because you've already got what a key can do in the car from the factory. The whole purpose of the key is to get you to that point. You're already there. You're not going to
have it already.
Yeah, it's not going to do much. Eric Russell, I've done many Harley Davidson install. Can I help answer any questions you have? Eric Russell would be great. So if you have any questions about Harley, just tag him and he'll help you out. He is the guy. He does all the videos for Rockford Fosgate. So if you've seen any of their videos, that's him.
A lot of Harleys. Yeah.
What speakers do you recommend for a new Chevy truck? Want to go quality and handle 100 watts RMS? There again, don't worry so much about how much handling of the RMS you're going to have. You're going to find that it's not as important. It's a circle of life, okay? You've a lot of things, and that's one of them, and that is really not the most important thing. So, Mike, what's up? Go check out his video on his Stinger. Anyways, there's plenty of speakers out there that do the job. Not knowing enough about you, I'll answer it in kind of a generic sense of the answer, is that, one, figure out how much money you're willing to spend. Obviously, Focal is a great brand. They have tons of speakers to choose from. There's two types of tweeters in the world, and this is really going to tell you what kind of person you are. And neither one is right or wrong. You have a silk soft dome, and then you have a hard dome. And I'm sorry, a cloth soft dome and a hard dome. A hard dome could also be cloth, too, because like a lot of the Focal stuff, especially like K2s and stuff like that, is a cloth that is hard resin backed. But you'll never see a metal soft dome because it just goes against. Anyways, those two tweeters are going to dictate to you what kind of sound you want. A hard dome is just that. It's going to produce tweeter frequencies, and they're going to cut like a knife because they're sharp like that. Now Rockford, which is funny, they make the T1s are a soft dome, the T2s are a hard dome. The T3s are a soft dome, and the T4s are a hard dome. The reason why they do that is for those particular peoples, and that's why we sell a lot of T2s, because their T2 with that hard dome tweeter is just, which is what we like. Morel, Australia, good morning.
Good morning.
So turn off the ticker. They got their time. Yep, banner, it's all good. Anyways, finding out which one of those that you like is really, from there you can move on and figure out what set of speakers you want, how much power handling. But keep in mind, power handling isn't it. If you get something, let's say, handles 100 watts, but it's only 98 dBs of efficiency, if you had a speaker that handled 70 watts at 93 dB, which one would be louder? That's a good question, and I'm not going to answer it. Okay, moving on.
All right here.
On a three-way front stage in an F-150, which speaker do I measure from for time alignment? Okay, so I'm guessing it's going to be a passive EQ. So I would measure, they're going to tell you to measure to the mid-bass. I'm going to the mid-range. I'm measuring out to the mid-range. The mid-range and the tweeter should be within close proximity of one another, within a couple inches. But I'm going to the mid-range. I'm going to put those numbers in first and see where I line up. Sometimes you end up going to the mid-bass. This is one of those things where you kind of got to play it and see which one sounds better. A lot of times, the mid-range is where I'm going. If I get an LC7i, would I still be able to keep my warning chimes when adding a 4-channel amp on a 2014 Ram? I mean, the chime comes through the speaker, so yes, but I believe on a 2014 you need a PAC Amp Pro, not an LC7i. So there again, LC7i is a spectacular product, but it's really the wrong thing if an Amp Pro is made. Fernando's checking right now. It's under Ram. No, it's under Ram. Ram truck.
Yeah, Ram truck.
I think that's
2014?
Yeah. The website is so slow.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. They're just websites. Very slow. Anyways, if they make an Amp Pro will go in and give you a full preamp section, whether it just takes a minute. It's just very slow. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there it is. Yep.
Right there.
Okay. That's a Sub Pro. Okay. Even better. All right. Hold on. Let's go to the right computer. So
I'm going to remove you
comment. Yeah, go ahead.
So you can
so this is an Amp Pro, and what it's designed to do is interface with a non-amplified or an amplified. It doesn't matter. What it is going to do for you is going to give you 6-channel front rear sub preamp 5-volt output that is not EQ'd. It has no fake engine noise. It doesn't have roll off. It doesn't have anything. All the things that the LC7i cannot fix, this does, because it is a microchipped driven piece that talks to the data bus in the car and gets you the actual clean signal that is coming into the radio and then will go out to your amplifier. Yes, it is more than an LC7i, but what is the point of putting the wrong stuff in your car? Because it's just going to suck in the end. So definitely pick one of those up. And if you already have the LC7i, I'm sorry, send it back or sell it because it's the wrong piece for the job. And you will not be happy. Just adding a sub to a 2012 Toyota Highlander. Got an LC2i. Which channel should I tap? The front mid bass. If it has a front mid bass. And as long as it's not JBL. If it's JBL, obviously tap the subwoofer. Otherwise, tap the front mid bass. OME integration. What's your opinion on DSP amplifiers with factory 6-speaker versus LOC with a 4-channel amp, new speakers with same budget for both? What one would you sell and why? If I'm integrating into a factory radio, all right, so here's this kind of pigtails into the question we were just talking about with the Ram, with the LC7i versus an Amp Pro. All right, first things first, when you're looking at the car, you have to find out what is going on. What can I get? What can I do? How am I going to integrate into this? The LC7i is not the solution for every problem. it is a good solution, but it's not a great solution. Shut the question. Okay, so these are the places you go to look. You go to pack-audio.com, maestro-idatalink.com. I think it's just maestro.com now. Metro Online, Nav TV, MoBridge, Spiral Audio, Beatsonic. These are all the places that we go to anytime a car rolls in the door if we've never seen it before. And we find out, do they make an interface for this car? Meaning, is there a way to keep that factory radio and get us a preamp section? If the answer is yes, then we move on from there. If the answer is no, which is what this question is implying, then we have to figure out, okay, how many channels are we dealing with? So if it's just, let's say, a generic car that has, let's say like a Kia, okay, or a Honda. Honda's a good one. Honda has front, rear, that's it. So we have 4 channels we have to deal with, no big deal. Now we're going to move on to, all right, how are we going to interface it? Do we just add a high-level to low-level adapter, an amp, speakers, tap, I'm done? The answer to that is no. I am going to avoid that at all costs. I don't want you to do that because I can't fix anything. I can't change the way anything sounds. If you get in there and you're like, I can't do anything for you because there's no adjustment to be made other than bass, mid, treble on the factory radio. And that sucked from the beginning. So I personally will try to sell you right from the start. Even if we're doing an Amp Pro, I'm still trying to sell you a DSP amplifier. I prefer the DSP amplifier because, for one, installation-wise, it saves you money. I don't have 2 boxes to install. I just have 1 box to install. So there's a cost savings there. If I can sell you a 5-channel to do everything I need, or a 6-channel or an 8-channel or a multi-channel amplifier to accomplish everything, I'm going to push you into that only because there, again, less money to pay for. So like 2 amp installs cost way more than 1 amp install. So the amount of money I'm going to spend to have 2 amps installed, I might be able to get you a better single amp DSP solution. So it's always a balance of trying to figure out what will work, what won't work, and the best solution. But a DSP, anytime you're integrating into a factory system, is 100% the goal, because you need to be able to tune it. Now there's different types. There's DSPs that scare the crap out of people because they're like, oh my God, it's DSP. You got to plug it into a laptop. And it's like, it's okay. I totally understand that. Not everyone is down for that. That's why, Audio Control makes makes this piece, hold on, which is the, for factory upgrades, the DQ-DX, which is, tell you what, it's the DQ61, which is this guy right here. This is the DQ61. This is the closest thing to a DSP without plugging into a laptop. So this is going to get you, this is going to get you equalization. This will allow you to fix some of the problems you have. It's also an LC7i built into it. So if we can't use an Amp Pro, then we're going to go with this. Now they make another version of this, which is the DQ-DX, which is preamp level. So you can plug right into it and still have the same functionality as this if you don't want to go full DSP. Because not everyone is like cool with that. But there again, I love DSP amplifiers. If that's all I want to sell you. I didn't hit record.
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks. Okay, moving on. Hold on. And Jeff added in back to the Jeep. And the OME chimes are adjustable and not amplified. So if you're doing an Amp Pro, the chimes can be adjusted through. Yeah, that's basically everyone that yes, all the Amp Pros have chime adjustability, as well as AR and stuff like that. What's up, Mr. Doug? Okay.
All right, so
go
that was
ahead.
the top one right here.
Hey guys, I was wondering if there's a T-harness for a 2021 Ford Explorer.
It's coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's coming soon. Yeah, coming soon.
Right there.
Yeah. So, yeah.
We're waiting.
We're
like
you.
you.
Yeah. One day, everything will be one. I have an Alpine PDX V9. Can I use a 3-way for front or coaxial front and rear? I have a 10-inch Alpine S-Type. PDX V9 is a 5-channel amplifier. It's 110 watts by 4 and like 550 or 600 by 1. It's a great amplifier. Fernando has one somewhere around here. Did you take it home? What did you do with it?
Which one?
Your PDX V9. Where'd you put it? Did you put it in the back there?
No, it's over here.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You buried it.
Yeah.
It's 110 watts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you could get like an efficient pair of 3-ways, put it on that, and go passive front, coaxials in the rear. Totally, you could do that. Yeah, that'll work. There's plenty of those. So off the top of my head, you have the Focal Access, you have the Ultimo, or is that what we? Yeah, Ultimo, the Morel 3-way set.
Maximo.
No, the 3-way set is the Ultimo. Not the. They'll make a 3-way set in the Maximo. It's only in the Ultimo. Dude, look it up.
No.
Yes, they don't make a Maximo 3-way set. Hold on, Fernando's arguing with me.
Of course, that's my job.
I know.
Right there.
Yeah,
Maximo.
there's no 3-way set. That's a ultra. That's a 2-way set.
Dude.
That is a 3-way set, by the way.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's an ultra.
Maximo.
Whatever. This is a great set if you're trying to use that 110 watts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll sound really nice. Maximo Ultra 603. Look at Casey. Casey right there.
Where?
He's right there.
I see.
See? Why do you even argue? I was
Maximo
right.
Ultra.
I said Ultra.
Okay.
I mean,
Maximo.
I don't know. I guess this is a Reese's peanut butter.
I just went to the website. It's right there.
You're wrong. You're so wrong. This is what happens when you spend this much time working
totally,
with it.
Man.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
And keep in mind when you're looking at amp pros, back to that for a second, some of them will work in non-amplified and amplified. So if it's a Chrysler product, non-amplified or amplified really doesn't matter. It'll reprogram the radio. Same with iData, it'll reprogram the radio. So make sure you go through all the steps and read everything on them. Don't just assume. Go into the owner's manuals and look. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
All right.
Hello from Savannah. Thank you for answering my question Saturday about double power. Sounds like I'm on the right track. Audio control, 300.4 for tweeters and mid, 804 for mid bass, and 800 for sub. Yep. Nope. That's a wonderful little combination there. That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yep. All good. All good.
Look at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. It's just one of those things, man.
Oh, we cut out with over.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Have a great evening. Off to work over here. Keep up the great work. You have a good time with that.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say something else on audio control tonight, but we pretty much covered that with the DQ61 and the DQ-DX, so all good there. How often do you replace your strippers? Oh, God. I just actually did that the other day.
I thought to say something bad, but no.
Yeah, don't do that. I want to say it's about every 8 months they just fall apart. Usually I'll know they'll start to get hard to do this, and that means one of the
How
springs. About 8 months.
Really?
I use them a lot. You know, I feel like I use them way too much. But yeah, then I just, and it sucks too because there's nothing wrong with them. The springs just break, and you can't buy the springs. At least none that I've been able to find.
You just like and drop them.
I don't drop them.
Oh, no.
I mean, I throw them away after that because I don't want to deal with lows. You know, when you walk in with 6 pairs of them, they look at you like you're doing something wrong. So I use the same ones. I love them. Just bought 2 pair. I love them. Hey, don't get me wrong. I've owned probably 50, 60 pairs. I mean, they're great. They just don't last, you know, which is understandable. It's professional. We use these things all day long, 6 days a week. Stop throwing them at Paul. No comment. What is Q with on an amplifier? Can I use it without boost? Variable Q is really Q and width are the same thing. So I don't know. Most amps don't have adjustable Q. That's just listed as an EQ, a parametric EQ, or a one-band parametric EQ. Some amps will have one-band parametric EQ. So if you have a graphic EQ, a standard EQ, and you have a parametric EQ, some amps will have a one-band parametric EQ. And the idea is that it's a parametric EQ boost. Okay. So in a standard bass boost on an amplifier, you have you have a fixed width or Q. And what happens is you just have volume. So like if you look at punch bass is a fairly decent size Q width, and you just turn up 45. It's at 45 hertz. As you turn it up, it pulls all the frequencies up with it, and it gives you boost. When you have adjustable Q, you can widen that out, so you can pull up more of the frequencies with you. So not only you pull up the frequency, which is whatever you decide it to be, unless it's fixed, and then you just do this. And as you pull up those, so it'll affect more of the range.
Looks like you're dancing.
I know. I feel like walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I mean, there's really no way to explain it. It's just wide. So when you turn up the Q, it affects more frequencies to the left and right of it. When you turn down the Q, it affects less frequencies to the left and right of it. That's what everyone gets so cheesed up about with a parametric EQ. You get to pick your center frequency. You get to pick how much of the frequencies to the left and right of it affects. So in essence, you can possibly make fewer adjustments. So let's say you had when you're looking at your mid bass and you had this weird peaky thing that's happening at, let's say, 200. All right. And it's just doing all this weird over into 315 and all that. Does it cause distortion? Anytime you gain up anything, you can cause distortion. So the answer to that is yes, it's an EQ band. If you gain up on any band, you can create distortion. The joy of it is it's a subwoofer. Has a bigger magnet, a bigger tinsel leads, bigger voice coil, and it's designed to handle a little bit more distortion. Not great, but if you're planning on using it, then you have two choices. One, when you're setting your overlap, set your overlap with your maximum Q, and if you set it for 5 or 10 dBs, your worst case scenario at that point, you're all right. And you can turn it down, and you'll decrease distortion. So if you're like, I like the way it sounds when I widen the Q, all right, well then set your gain structure up with your amplifier with that up in a wide Q, okay, at 10 dB or negative 10 dB or 10 dB boost. Then that's your worst case scenario. Then you don't have to worry about it. Now, if you set it with a narrow Q and a low volume and then set it at 10 dB, negative 10 dB, distortion wise, then what happens is you're going to have 40 dB of overlap at that point once you start turning that thing up, and you're going to blow up subwoofers. I did a big 3 on a Tundra, and I still can't get voltage over 13.7. What should I do? Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay, big 3. Here's what you have to know when you're thinking of the big 3. We're gonna look at like a hose in the side of your house, all right, or pipes coming into your house, all right. We'll just pipe a hose, garden hose, all right. So I have my water pressure coming into my house, all right, and I'm gonna fill up my pool. So I attach my garden hose and I drape it into my pool and I turn the valve all the way up, and water comes out of the end and it starts filling up my pool. And I go, man, if I had a bigger hose, then I could get more water into my pool. So I unscrew my garden hose and I screw in a fire hose. It's like this big. And I draw that, and then I go running over, and there's a little trickle of water coming out of the hose. And I go, well, I got a bigger hose. Why is there no more water coming out? The same thing is true for your car. If you have a 110 amp alternator, the best you're ever going to get out of it is 110 amps. That's it. The big 3 upgrade, all you're doing is if the car has a crappy ground plane, you're making it better. If you run a 0 gauge from front to back and that amplifier is drawing over that 0 gauge and you don't have the equivalent of a 0 gauge ground plane in your car, well then yeah, you're going to have a problem. Putting in a 0 gauge ground plane will fix that. but you're never going to get more than what is already there. So if you go to that alternator and you're like, yeah, it's putting out 13.7, you go over the battery and it's not. You go, okay, well, whatever the alternator is doing, that's as good as it's ever going to get. If you want more power than that, you got to have a bigger alternator that's capable of putting out more power. So the big misconception with the big 3 upgrade is that somehow you're going to get more power than what the car is capable of doing. You're not. All you're doing is leveling out the ground plane and making it so that if it's not adequate enough, now it will be. There's still going to be water moving through the hose, and it's moving at the same rate. I just got a really big hose. That's it. That's all it's doing. So big 3 upgrade is great, but it can't give you anything that the car doesn't already have. So that's why you're not getting any more than 13.7. Hey guys, thanks for sharing so much knowledge. If I use the ACD 61200, would it be a good idea to feed it with a key lock? Maybe. It's going to depend on, the car. Does the car have all pass filters? Are you trying to de-EQ the system? Because the D61200 does have de-equalization circuit built into it. And it may or may not be necessary to de-EQ it. So it's going to depend. If you're trying to get everything perfectly flat before you go into the amplifier, which isn't always the best idea, it is a good idea, but it's not the best idea, then Acura TL 2007.
2017.
Yeah. If you can turn off all of the like DLS and all that other stuff, if it has it, then you should be fine. If you can't, then you're going to have different problems to worry about. Like the key lock, you're going to need more channels. So is it an amplified system or a non-amplified system? Because remember, key lock is only 2 channels. So if you have an active Acura TL system, you're going to need more than one kicker key. You're going to need several. No ELS. Perfect. If it's just a base model 4-channel output or a base model amplified system, no, it's just go into the amplifier and call it a day. Yeah, you'll be fine. I wouldn't have a problem with it. No ELS. That makes life easier.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that takes us to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I know, right? Unbelievable. We made it through it. Yay.
I know.
If you are interested in picking up a Big 3 upgrade kit, I'm not saying don't do them. I'm all for increasing your ground plane. So if you are thinking about doing a Big 3 upgrade, make sure to head over to Hi-Fi Vega's website at hifivega.com, I'm thinking. Yeah. Either way. He does sell Big 3 upgrade kits for you, all terminated ends, super easy to install. It is a good idea to make sure that your ground plane is the best it can possibly be. So definitely check that out if you're interested in that. But keep in mind that it can't give you anything more than you already have. It's not going to make things better. Left something at the front door. Was he here and I missed it? Why didn't he tap on the door? I don't know. Oh, you found it? Yeah, there we go. Hi-Fi Vegas right there. Look at that. Pretty pictures and everything. So yeah, if you're looking to get your Big 3 upgrade, he's even got a video. What are the odds of that? Oh, he's right there. I'll go let him in. Wait, where's the keys? Yeah, where the hell are we?
I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways. All right, guys, we're gonna end it there. Let me shut this off. Thanks so much for tuning in and playing with us. Go to the pages real quick.
Yeah.
If you're interested in picking up the IRTA or finding any of the other cool tools that we use in our videos, head over to dnftooldrar.com. If you want to get shirts and stuff like that, head over to dnfswag.com. You guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to tune in on Instagram for the Instagram Live. And, of course, we'll be back here Friday morning at 9 o'clock. I'll be on the Hi-Fi Vega Network Thursday. It'll be good fun. And, hey, all that. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.